All right. Welcome back to Waste Some Time with Jason Green. I am Jason Green. And we're celebrating Wednesday on Monday because I've got to take a trip this week and can't, I'm not sure. I mean, maybe I could find a time, but I'm not sure I'll be able to go live on Wednesday. And so you can't celebrate Wednesday on Monday without Wednesday 13. So Wednesday 13 is going to join me today, and we're going to do the same fun-filled show that you would have known to love and appreciate on Wednesday, but we're going to do it today on Monday, not on Tuesday or Thursday or Friday, but Wednesday on Monday. I've been looking back at my tour diary series, and it's been a lot of people have enjoyed it. We're coming up on 100 episodes. When I started, it was sort of a risky thing, and who knew if anyone would care about it, but the response has been so strong that every day this week I've decided to put one out. I'm really just killing time until I start my next series called My Life on the Road with Wednesday 13, and then I'll get to see how the other half live in exotic places eating foreign delicacies. Anyway, Wednesday 13 right after this. Just wanna waste some time with you. Excuse me, I spilled cold water all over my junk, but it's okay. It's warm here in Vegas, despite me wearing a faux leather jacket. Anyway, let's bring in on Monday. Let's bring in Wednesday. How are you, Wednesday?
Hello. I'm going through a bag of gummies.
Oh, nice. Is that medicinal?
I just found a blue one. You don't normally see a blue gummy like this. This is an exotic, almost a great blue Dini color.
Is that? What is it? Is it shaped like Frankenstein?
No. Well, actually, there's a bunch of spooky gummies in here, and then it says include surprise gummies, and this is just a regular bear.
They're bears.
This is a bear. There's a gummy worm. I've eaten all the good stuff. The bones and the teeth were my favorite.
You need like a Wednesday 13 gummy, like a bag of Wednesday 13 gummies.
I just need a Wednesday 13 bag.
Yeah, that might be good.
I got a bag, but no, you're right. I need everything. I got mask. I got all kinds of stuff now.
Well, we're going to talk about all those products.
These are not medicinal, by the way. These are
legit.
These are for fun, for Halloween, for Halloween purposes. Yeah.
Recreational.
Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Wednesday on a Monday.
Wednesday on a Monday. I was talking before we started about how this tour diary thing, and you can relate because you've been touring most of your adult life, if not all of your adult life.
I've been touring for a long time.
And you know the experiences, and you think if someone would have been putting a camera in my face the entire time, a lot of things happen that you never would speak about. And for the most part, I've showed almost everything. Look, there's been times I could not show something, but we toured during the pandemic when guys would have to be tested and get sick, and people lied about their tests. And ultimately, there was a lot of drama. People have passed away, and band members have been fired. Band members I don't think anyone's ever quit. They've all been fired, but there's been a lot of drama, as you know more than anyone, that it would be crazy to do this. So I started the YouTube show in 2020, I believe. And Stephen Piercy asked me to tour manage him at the end of that year. And I didn't really want to do it because he had a lot of trouble on the last tour I went with him when he was with Juan. And he needed some surgery. He's having both his knees replaced. And he'd been drinking a bit and using some medicinal ways to get better. These are all things he's admitted and talked about publicly and are definitely behind him. But I was sort of scared to go on the road with someone in that condition. He proved to me that he was doing so much better. He's never missed a show. He's never fallen down and nothing. He's for the last going on 5 years, we've had really great performances. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. And that was one of the charms, I think, of my tour diary series. And so when I did it, I had to make a deal with Steven. okay, I'll go on the road and tour manage, which I said I would never do again. I used to tour manage Bobby Blotzer's version of Rat, and it was really a difficult experience. And I said, I want to be able to do my YouTube show on the road. If I'm going to tour, I need to be able to continue this because it would be a waste. You know, I was building it. It was doing well. And so I said, how about I document it? And at first, I'll tell you, Stephen wasn't so thrilled of the idea of having a camera in his face. And there was times he told me, no, don't do it, you know. And I made the point that it was called My Life on the Road, not Stephen Piercy's Life on the Road. And some people were like, well, where's Stephen? And then other people realize that you're going to see him from time to time. And it's sort of an ensemble because the band and who I'm around, I'm not around Stephen all day. In the beginning, he lived in Vegas and we flew together and you'd see him. And he was sort of like the Ozzy character on the Osbournes. You know, Stephen would have some lovable thing to say about something and then he'd kind of mosey off to do his thing. But people started enjoying what it was like. And what was crazy Wednesday is that people like yourself who've had experience touring were still enjoying these videos. And I think it's because you related to it. You've had 4 a.m. lobby calls.
Yes.
And you've had infighting and drama and cancellations. But it's sometimes entertaining to watch it when it's not your personal problem.
Yes.
I've learned that most bands have very similar situations. Not exact, but the same chemistry problems or things and camaraderie happens in almost every band. And so do the same mistakes. Touring is touring.
Yeah. It's not for everybody. It gets, I mean, I don't know how I'm used to it, or it's just, I don't know anything different. I'm so on the go all the time. When I sit still, I don't know what to do. I think that's the problem when I come home from tours, when I have to stop and I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do now?
Mm-hmm. What fascinates me about you, Wednesday, though, is that you are an introverted person. And the first time you'd ever been on a plane was going to audition. Were you auditioning for this, for Murder Dolls?
I pretty much think I had, I mean, they wanted to bring me out and use my songs and put me in the band. So I just wasn't the front guy of the band yet. So,
right.
Yeah. But yeah, my first time on a plane was a month after the 9/11 attacks, you know, so being on a plane for the first time, going to the airport was crazy. But I wish I would have had a camera and stuff like this to film some of this stuff. And I have to rely on my memory, which isn't so good because you do this every day for so long and people go, oh, do you remember me? Or do you remember when you did this? I'm like, no, I don't. You know, it's just, I love it though. I'm not complaining. I love being on tour, but I can see where it's not for a lot of people. But I love it. I love being on the go. I love touring. I love traveling around the world and seeing different places and playing in front of different people. It's insane. It's my dream.
It's not for the faint of heart, but Wednesday, I think you're like me in this situation. I don't know if I would have traveled to all these places if it wasn't for work. My anxiety tells me, don't get on that plane. It's not safe. That country's not. But when you got a gig to do, you got to go.
Yep.
And that's kind of what this whole My Life on the Road thing is about. I don't choose where we go. An agent throws a dart at a map, and then that's where you end up, or whoever's willing to pay the price. And I've gone through issues where when I was working with Winger, I didn't want to fly. I was actually pretty scared to fly. Not as, so much that the plane was going to crash, but that just claustrophobia, anxiety, the feeling of being trapped with a bunch of idiots, because the worst people in the world somehow end up either on a Greyhound bus or your plane. And then when I started the series, it was during the pandemic. Masks were mandatory. People were angry, making it a political issue. People were mad at my show for wearing it. I didn't take a stance. I just did what I had to do to go to work. Wasn't up to me. I liked the mask because people were sneezing and they were disgusting. And I was happy with it at the time. But that turned into an issue. And so as the series went, every single person who was in the first episode, other than me and Stephen Piercy, are no longer involved in every episode. We're the only ones who've appeared in all going on 100 episodes because things have changed, the lineup changed. Warren DeMartini comes back. That hasn't even started to air yet. The Piercy DeMartini lineup. When that happened, I didn't know if I was going to be able to film it. I didn't know what the rules would be. So I just did it. I just kept doing what I always do, and no one seemed to mind. Same thing early on. There was a time when I was going to quit. A few times I was going to quit, and I was filming the videos basically saying this is what's going to happen, or if someone was going to be fired. There was times when members, I filmed everything, and then later I'll make the decision what I show or not, what I think people liked about it, and I think what you appreciated about it, because the series was out before we had even become friends, is that people related in some way, and you lived vicariously. Mark McGrath, not to name drop, but of Sugar Ray, he messaged me saying, I love watching how crazy it is because I've been there. I've been in a hotel when the power went out. I've got to get up at 4 a.m. to go somewhere crazy. And you start to embrace the characters of the show, which there were these nice reviews I shared today on my social media. Some people saying I catapulted Steven back to stardom. That's exaggerating in a lot of ways. I mean, he's a legend, but it did give an opportunity for new people to see it. And there are people who know Matt more as a character than as the bass player for Rough Cut at this point. They call him their lovable, healthy uncle, and Johnny's a lovable curmudgeon. Johnny is a character. He's not trying to perform. There's times, Michelle's been editing a lot of these, and she goes, I don't think Johnny even knows you're filming, but he's being absolutely insane. Well, that's the charm. That's why you tune in to see the things he'll do and say that nobody else will.
I was watching your recent one. I don't think I finished it, but I saw Johnny putting curlers in his hair. When I stopped,
if it was shtick, he would be genius. But
my mother put curlers in her hair too, just like that. So I've never seen seen a man do that before. There's nothing wrong with it. I've just never seen a grown man do it.
In an arena, a locker room, a sports arena.
And those toilets, let me talk about those. Those are not. That's not right. You don't want to take a shower next to other people's junk. It's not like that.
That I don't get. Wednesday, who loves to shower publicly? Blas Elias.
What?
Yeah. Now, I don't know. I don't think he wants to shower with other people, but he loves venue showers. When he's on tour with TSO, that's when he's trans.
Yeah.
Siberian. And he asks me all the time, does the venue have a shower? Because that's how he decides how late it is that he's going to go to the show. Because there's like behind you, there was like dancing semen. It's hard to, these like little ghosts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There they are.
There probably was some secret semen put into this TV show.
Is this the Groovy Ghoulies?
It is the Groovy Ghoulies.
Wow, that's great.
Someone brought me the box set on tour, and I was going through it, and I was like, I haven't seen this in a while. So,
does it hold up?
It's my first viewing of it, and I'm not really watching it, so it looks cool. It definitely looks very cool.
I loved the theme song when I was a kid. Who doesn't like flying semen? Anyway, sorry to get.
I love it.
Sorry to get distracted, but yeah, I would never shower in a venue, whether it had a private door or not.
I would shower at venues every single day in Europe because there is no shower on our bus. We don't get hotels every day except on off days, so we use the venue showers. And I've used some amazing showers. And we played some places that were like parts of people's houses, and I had the shower in one of their showers, I've showered in some very gross. I've actually showered in some places that I felt worse after I showered, but because I'm thinking about, I don't want to.
Do you have shower slippers for when you attend these showers?
Well, I did this one shower I'm thinking about, but it got clogged up because of somebody else's hair I guess, that lived there, and it just started going up over. It was just, it wasn't good.
I
It
don't
was.
want to say something that I'm not supposed to, but I
Ugh.
think it's okay. Tracy Guns does not believe in showering on the road. He believes if you shower, you'll get sick. And I've got to tell you, I've showered before and gotten sick, but I think it's coincidental. But he is not a fan of the road shower.
I
That's his choice.
shower when I'm sick.
Mhm. Well, maybe it's good for the germs or to get rid of some of them. But so the tour diaries are the good, the bad, and the ugly. And it was funny to see how many people are watching them. I have 1.5 million views on them combined, and people quietly watch it. But then I would meet bands on the road, and they would tell me some random episode that stood out to them or something that happened. And when I was a kid, I thought if I could just have the dream of touring with a rock band, I would remember everything. Because I remember meeting musicians and being the guy who went, "Do you remember?" And they would just look at you with that blank face. I now look at people with that blank face. If it wasn't for these YouTube videos Wednesday, I
You would
don't
remember.
think I could remember. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I remember stuff in the weirdest ways. Like a lot of people will be like, "Oh, I've seen you at this venue so many times," and I don't remember it. And then I walk in the venue from the back because I don't know it from the front the way everyone else comes into the front door and watches the show from the front. I
Right.
go in the back door and play from the stage.
What
So
she said.
that's how I remember all venues. So I don't ever remember venues rarely from the front or like a marquee. Or I remember sometimes if there's a cool marquee, like because of course the whiskey, because they'll put your name on it and stuff. But a lot of times I don't remember stuff because I don't know it from. I'll look up photos and go, "Have I played there?"
If I
No, I
wasn't
haven't. You know.
doing the videos, I would never see the front of the venue. Yeah.
Yeah.
I purposely go out at sound check and film the neighborhood and film the marquee. And occasionally I forget. And then I couldn't tell. Yeah, I couldn't have recognized venues by the front. I can usually recognize them by what the food they served, how cranky the staff was,
Yeah, you
or
remember that.
nice.
You remember all that stuff. You remember, oh, that's the place where they didn't have a toilet, so I peed in a hole in the wall or something like that. You know.
That is a relatable one. There's also, I
I
said
never
it
did
once.
that, by the way.
I've had everyone I know has had to pee in some awkward places, though. Some
Oh,
bathrooms don't have. Some
I always
venues
just
don't have bathrooms.
I just pee in bottles like this, and usually if you get a good bottle like this, you can it's for better aim. But
I'll tell
I've
you.
mastered all bottles.
I'll tell you a story that I heard from L.A. Guns. Again, they were in a van. Steve Riley was sitting in the passenger's seat. I don't know who was driving. Scotty Griffin was in the van. Scotty Griffin. I don't know if it's official. Maybe I shouldn't say anything, but yeah, not okay. I'll talk about him later. But and then Steve Riley was in the passenger. Phil Lewis was behind him. Anyway, Phil Lewis peed. He relieved himself into a styrofoam cup, but styrofoam cups they sort of melt, and he was holding the cup, waiting to get rid of it. Not a coffee cup. It had to be something cheaper, because coffee would hold hot beverages or urine. And as they're driving, Phil opens the side window and he tosses his cup of urine, but it just disintegrates and it goes everywhere and comes back and splashes all over Steve Riley, who went, "Motherfucker, Buds, I'm gonna kill you." The late great Steve Riley. There are so many of these type of stories.
Man.
How the proper way to use the restroom on a tour bus.
Yeah.
Some people call it the bus bomb. There's a lot of different techniques, but these are things that
Use these kind of bottles in the van tours. Use these Gatorade bottles. You can.
Well, you want girth. Like
Yeah,
the
you want a
lady.
little girth. So if you can throw your whole hog into it, and then you can just you throw it in there. It kind of you can beef up around it and hold it in. Just kind of
Right.
sit back and relax and put your heads behind you and just kind of shake it a little bit. But then it gets kind of weird. You hit a bump, and then your urine comes back on to your I'm using the word hogger today.
Mm-hmm. I know. It's well said. And you got to be careful at a gig, more so if you drink beer, because sometimes someone will forget to get rid of their urine bottle and you could pick it up.
I know of a couple bands I've heard about that had like band vans that were like modified or rigged for their own use, and they had like a little funnel basically that they would pee in, and it just went out into the cars behind you. Nobody's ever going to know. They think, oh, that's just windshield wiper fluid, or is it?
Yeah, or is it?
Yeah. So you
So
never know when you're going down the highway, when you're on your summer breeze and you're top down and you feel a little bit of water. It's probably urine. Just
good
remember
chance.
that. Good
Good
chance
chance.
is urine.
So I decided that I would show everything, including, we didn't always stay in the best hotels. We didn't always get the best transportation. Nowadays, it's getting better. The Rat brand is strong. We've proved a lot. But when we were starting out, especially during the pandemic, it was tough. And I showed it. I showed the motels. I showed, some of the embarrassing things we went through. I want to do a trivia thing on here one day with some of the guys of the band, like Matt and Bloss, and see what they can remember. But there's certain things that I can answer in 1 second. What was the worst show? That's for me, no problem. If could you probably say, like, on your last tour, what the worst date was?
No, I had all good shows. I had the hottest show. I didn't have like the worst show.
I don't always mean the performance. I mean sometimes what goes into it.
Yeah, that was the place where the shower was kind of gross, and I felt dirty all day until I showered. The shower was the cleanest part of the whole venue.
Mhm.
I don't know where that was, but it was somewhere in the UK.
Our worst show was New Mexico by far. This guy spent money, a lot of money, an exuberant amount of money to bring the band to play New Mexico at this, what he called a biker rally. I filmed the behind the scenes of it. It's a great episode, but there was almost no electricity. Everything, the stage was a joke. The soundboard was in the back of a school bus. It looked like an abandoned punk show. There's a movie with Mike Ness, Another State of Mind, a Social Distortion movie, when they were like kids touring. It looks sort of like that. I mean, it was embarrassing. And I never let Steven see the venue. He doesn't come to sound check. And for some reason, he rocked. The worse the show, the more Steven puts into it. But maybe there were 40 people there. It was bad.
Yeah. I've had shows like that all over the world. I mean, people go, "Man, it sucks when nobody comes to your show." I'm like, "How about going to the other side of the world and playing and nobody shows up? That's even worse."
Mm-hmm.
Um, but
100%.
we played some places like in Europe. We played some places where, we're a support band. We don't get, we go, okay, well, all the dressing rooms are taken up, so you get this utility closet. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Like we got dressed on the Cradle of Filth tour, literally in a closet where the electric boxes were and the
No, I can
ventilation,
picture it.
everything was silver, and they had like a fruit tray in there. I'm like, is this really happening? This is what we're doing today? Um, and then you have and in Europe, I have to bag on Europe a little bit. I love it there, but you think you have your show where you go, it's not right, and you would be like that every day in Europe. So in Europe, mainly the water, they'll have like two things. You have your cold and you have your hot. You can't get it together. You gotta like
You got to
get a little bit of
choose.
hot, a little bit, and you got to put it. It
You
doesn't
got to
make
jump.
sense. And then the showers backstage are in these tanks that fill up with water. So if there's three bands and all the bands are showering, by the time the headliner gets ready to shower, there's no water or there's
That's
no hot
why.
water.
That's why you
It's
should tour with LA Guns, because there's plenty of water.
I have Rodrigo tell all the bands, don't be in the shower when they get off stage. Or if there's ever a thing where I go, hey, if there's no water, tell them they can't use the shower. So we put some restrictions on that kind of stuff especially when I was getting dressed up and doing stuff where I was painting my whole body.
Yeah, no, that's
But no, it's just that every day in Europe is like it's a challenge, and we get through it. And I go, cool, that was a good show. I made it work. I made a dressing room out of this closet, and but that's how it is every day, and you're always a long way from home, and but I love it.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not complaining. It's also given me a good series for people to watch and help pay my bills. But I fought as part of management with Stephen Piercy and Christy, as Stephen's partner in the business, to not open. I feel like the Rat legacy should be preserved. There were shows with bands like Queensryche. No offense to Queensryche, but Stephen Piercy or Rat shouldn't be going on before them. I don't, especially without Jeff Tate. I just a lot of those.
Jeff Tate.
And we had to sit down and say no. And I can tell you that there's tours that have been offered and bands that are big acts that we've said no. Stephen's not going to do it. Rat's not going to do it. Piercy DiMartini's not going to do it. Stephen is aware that Mötley Crüe is the bigger band than Rat. They are. Mötley Crüe.
I was asked to play with the Insane Clown Posse, and I said no.
I don't blame you. Yeah, I don't blame you.
Sometimes you got to say no. Preserve your legacy.
Mm-hmm. You have to. But anyway, so the people seem to be enjoying these videos, and so I've decided that every day this week we'll put one out. We've never done that before. I've always dreamt of being a daily vlogger. It seems to be where the numbers are at, and so we'll see what happens. Every day at 11 a.m. there'll be a live video. I'll be in the live chat. People can watch it with me. So that's what's coming up with the tour diaries, my life on the road. A lot of fun stuff. There's another year's worth of material, so if you like it, there's plenty more to come. And I should mention, if people want to become a YouTube channel member, it's like $5. You get to watch all the videos before everyone else. So right now, people are watching Wednesday, literally, not you, but Wednesday's video. They're watching it now because they're a member. Tuesday, tomorrow, blah, blah, so on. So you watch everything first. Wednesday, I got some stuff to hawk, and then we'll get back to talking. But I have here...
Hawk 2.
Hawk 2. I have
Don't
here...
spit on that thing. That's what you do. You just spit on that thing, Hawk 2 on it. You Hawk 2 it.
Did you know girls like her when you were growing up?
No. I wish.
Well, I meant just the type.
No, nobody talked that dirty.
I have here...
If they did. They were my girlfriend.
True. I have here the official Tales of Movies, Music, and Madness t-shirt. Mm-hmm. And the guy who created this, his name was Mark Beer. Wish you were a beer. Anyway, this was a fun little thing that we had at the Creepy Con, and I decided maybe some people would like to get it on a t-shirt. I will tell you that there's 95 of them available. That's it. Will never be reproduced. And they'll be available next Wednesday, October 1st. So next week, celebrate. We made sizes from the smallest to the biggest, so everyone is included. We're all inclusive, and that is coming
next soon. Next week is October 1st?
Yes, I think.
I got to play a show that next Friday. Not this Friday, but next. Fuck, it's happening fast.
It's happening fast.
It's happening fast. I'll leave for tour.
People can order these mugs as well the same day. All new merch that day. It's a busy day for merch. And if you're watching and you have yet to purchase Wednesday 13's Mid-Death Crisis on LP or on compact disc, you can do that right now. There's a link in the description of this video.
Like twins right now.
Yeah.
Wonder Twins power activate.
That's right. If I could.
Form of a bucket of water.
And you can get this. You can also go to official Wednesday13.com for merchandise. Wednesday, I got my hands on the Toxic Avenger popcorn bucket.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. My friend Jay hunted it down for me. He went to Cinemark while I was out of town.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. I like that it has a lid. I've never seen a popcorn bucket with a lid.
No, your lids are cool. That's awesome.
This thing would make a good little bathroom trash bucket. For me, it's more of a collectible. It says Tromaville, New Jersey on the side.
Very cool.
And very cool. So I did finally get that. I was concerned that my popcorn bucket collection was never going to be complete. Wednesday, we should look at some comments. We've been talking, yet we have not addressed.
I've read a few comments. People wanted to know what I was eating. I'm eating these Frankenstein spooky gummies.
You should put a.
I bought these at Ross. I was at Ross the other day, and I was buying some new cat beds, some Halloween cat beds for Scream. Who she's sleeping in one of them right now. And on the way out, I was about to check out, and I saw this. And, whoa, that's cool! And then right beside of it, I sent you a picture. They had Frankenberry action figure there for $11.
You can't go wrong.
$11.
I do have the whole set of those.
I don't have the other two. Wink, wink.
Somebody better start shopping. Yeah, there is a Count Chocula and Blueberry. Blueberry was the hardest to find. You should get a Wednesday 13 sticker and put it on those candies and then just sell them.
Or I could get all the Wednesday cereal and just put my face over her face and sell it.
I think we should go shopping. I think
right.
You're right. All right. Looking at some of the comments. Hey ho, let's go. Clint was the first one here. At the end of the day, he'll be the first one to leave. Twiggy is here, not missing it this time. A lot of people are confused that it's Monday. David Anaya, thank you for being a channel member. Happy Monday. Yes. Happy Monday to Wednesday on Monday. Here is everybody. Jeff Down is up. Thank you for being
Did that Twiggy person, did they have a Slave Raider?
Let's take a look. I don't know. I was trying to figure it out.
My brain saw Slave Raider, but it probably wasn't.
It says, see you in cat heaven. So no, I think it's a.
No, I thought their. Okay, sorry. I thought their picture was was Slave Raiders album cover.
I think all those gummy Frankensteins are getting to you.
These are not medicinal. These are sugar-coated happiness in a bag.
Yeah. Happy Monday. Thank you, Brian Kirk. Thank you for being a channel member. Sophie with the cool sort of Gothic font and pentagrams. Nice to see you. Let's see. Kim Hansen. Hi, everyone. Nice to see you. I thank all the channel members. There's 100 now. And boy, it helps support the channel. Like Rhonda. Thank you, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. And also, I'm able to put out more content early for people like that. They have a new feature here on StreamYard where they make questions stand out. So if someone has a question, I can read it easier. I didn't read the question, but is this show being recorded before a live studio audience? Yes, it is not on tape. We are recording it right now live before a studio audience.
Speaking of studio audience, yesterday I was watching an episode of Different Strokes. Remember the episode where the a new guy bought the building and he was trying to kick him out because Arnold wasn't old enough. He told him he had to leave. Remember that episode?
Yes, I do.
Well, I was explaining it very serious to my lady, and I drug it out and made it really slow, and it drove her insane. I just kept talking about it. I was like, I got to get back home because I got to find out what happens. I don't know if if they're going to get kicked out of the place or what. I don't know what Mr. Drummond's going to do. And I just kept talking like I was dead, and it was driving her insane. It was fun for me.
Did she say to you at some point, you've seen this 100 times or no?
She goes, you act like this is like a current event.
Speaking of current,
to me, it's real to me, damn it.
Speaking of current events, freedom of speech has won around. Jimmy Kimmel will be back on television tomorrow.
Jimmy Kimmel is back. Woo.
Not much of a surprise, to be honest. And Jimmy Kimmel's ratings are going to be huge, probably the biggest ever.
Probably the biggest.
They're going to be tremendous, and everyone who doesn't like it's just going to have to suck it. Or do what grown-ups do. Don't watch.
Yeah,
it's that easy.
Turn the channel. Yeah. Watch Forensic Files like I do every night as I go to bed.
I can't watch it, but my partner...
He talks me to sleep every night as I go to sleep. It's like, and that's when he slit her throat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then like the killer was last seen, and it's your address. Wait a second. But anyway, I'm glad to see, no matter what political side people are on, Republican, Democrat, Independent, who cares? The point was you can't stop people from saying, having free speech, having an opinion, especially satire, political satire, any satire. If we were not allowed to joke what would be the point of having society on any side? I went to see Rich Little. He's a hot young comic,
He's an
and
upcoming comic.
up and coming, and he did all very conservative material, insulting the other side. That's his right as a hot young comic, one foot in the grave. No one should try to stop it. Dee Snider and Frank Zappa and all these things against the PMRC. It felt like it was happening again, that we have to watch what we say. And I think cooler heads prevailed. I think common sense prevailed. And even people that you didn't think would agreed that, look, you just can't do that. And this isn't a political issue. This is a matter of whether or not you can say what you want.
You take that away, and then something else gets taken away, and then all your rights are taken away, and then I can't even say the F word on stage. Next thing you know, like, what am I going to do? How am I going to perform if I can't with the censorship? So
it would take out half your set.
It would literally take out all of my songs.
Yeah, it's all right.
Not really. I didn't use the F word that much on this record. Now that I think about it, not as much use of the F word as you would think.
We did a show this weekend in
see,
yeah, it was somewhere. Oklahoma City, and it was a no profanity show. We played for the same promoter before who booked state fairs. And there was a very clear no profanity everywhere, and they hold the check until the show's over to make sure you do not use profanity. Stephen did not even in he made it through.
See, I refer to the audience as mother effers. I learned it from Sebastian Bach. I watched some of the Skid Row Roadkill video and some of the Oh Say Can You Scream, and have to understand, I think I picked up most of my stage banter from Sebastian, who took his stage banter from Dee Snider. It's
SMF, yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I was going to text Sebastian today, and I probably still will text him after. He's going to announce a tour at some point, and I thought maybe he'd like to come on here and talk about it. And I support Sebastian Bach, while others take cheap shots and try to clickbait on him. I support him. I like rock and roll to be a little dangerous, and I want to see somebody who's still got a little something in the tank. And I think that Sebastian's one of the last rock stars of that scene. I really believe that, of his caliber, his attitude. And so I'm hoping that he will come on. He did a interview with me before where we talked about his father's artwork. I've always had a good relationship with him, and I hope he'll do that. Trying to get back to interviews. Donnie V will be here in the next few days. It'll be the first time he speaks about the Enough's Enough reunion, if you will, and maybe farewell, if you will. But and then Eddie Ojeda will talk to us about Twisted Sister and my favorite hot sauce right there, which I got to get to you because you're going to need it as well. Everyone needs it. And
I need it. I want to take it to Europe with me.
That's where you're going to need it more than ever. If the food is a little bland at times, it goes a long way.
I'm going to bring my own hot sauce with me to Europe this time. I'm not even joking. I'm bringing stuff.
A lot of people.
I'm already thinking about it. I got a little list of stuff I'm going to get.
A lot of people would like to see Bloss showering. The other day, I went to get him to go somewhere, and he was on the treadmill running shirtless. And he, he's in great shape. Look, you can Google his age. He's 58 years old now, so he's not a kid, but he's in great shape. He looks exactly like the guy. And I thought maybe I should document this for my own monetization, but I don't know. I didn't want to put. I didn't want to put another grown man in that situation. But by the way, Bloss and I will be doing a video soon of Rockstar filming locations. We're going to go to the spots where they filmed the movie Rockstar that Bloss Elias was in. Yeah, so that's coming soon. A lot of people talking about Mötley Crüe. I did not get to the residency I'd like to go. I've heard theories about what's going on with Mötley Crüe. I don't know if I should say it though.
Say it. Say it. Say it.
The
Sam
theory,
Kinison.
the theory, and I'm just an objective journalist. The theory is that Vince Neil's voice is being pitch corrected as they play. And
Good.
yes, which by the way, I'm completely 1000% okay with. And
Pitch that shit.
they should have done it a long time ago.
Yeah.
You go to the show to have a good time. I don't believe some people say that one or two songs he is lip syncing. The song "On with the Show," they say that he's completely singing to a track. This is not my opinion. Don't attack me if I go to see it. That's what I heard. But the rest is supposedly pitch corrected. Nothing wrong with that. And as far as the bass playing goes, the theories I've heard so far, I probably shouldn't say it, but the theories are that he's not playing the bass. I think sometimes there's some I'm hearing, but I don't know. I have to
at one point.
He had to, right? This technology did not exist.
Yeah, I'm telling you, just go to the show.
On with the show. I'm curious.
On with the show.
I don't care what tricks they got to do to keep an old classic band alive. We're there to have a good time. And you know what? Whatever they got to do, go ahead and do it.
Yeah, I watched videos. I think Vince sounds good. If that's what's happening, I wouldn't know that.
I'm okay with it as well. Someone said Wednesday was on Bus Invaders. I'll tell you, that's when I first discovered Wednesday was cool. I
was crazy then. That's when I was just having like 25 cups of coffee a day and wasn't even eating anything. I was just crazy then.
Wednesday was going to come on the show, and I did some research, and I saw him talking about, I got DVDs on my bus. I watch Benson and The Facts of Life and G.I. Joe. I go, this is my kind of guy. I relate. Wednesday, I was talking to a friend of mine who is a single white female, and she sometimes is looking to date people and sometimes has bad taste. We all do at times. And she likes people sometimes who use character names and live their shtick, if you know what I mean, like that Screamo or whatever. I don't know what it's called. But I was saying, what I like about Wednesday is he doesn't bring the character home. The guy you see on stage is great, but Wednesday is not. You don't walk around pretending to be the Duke of Spook at home. You play with.
You can't do that. That's unfun. I get to, it's no fun doing that. Being like that all the time is not it's not healthy.
Hope they can do a European vacation tour there someday. I would like to. Listen, when I get done with this world, I'm going to wait till Wednesday books a tour that looks like fun. And on my own dime, I'm going to head out there.
Next year, I'll be back. I'm already getting my summer lined up for next year. I'm going to probably do more festivals next summer. Definitely doing more festivals. We're doing 2 already announced. Probably going to do like 5 more, maybe.
Well, we're going to compare notes, because maybe that would be a good thing. I'm going to take a little time off, as is Stephen Piercy. 5 more Piercy DiMartini shows this year. Then we don't know what'll happen next year. Maybe Rat, who knows? It's not for me to say, or I don't know what's going to happen. But in the meantime, in the downtime, I'm going to continue working on the YouTube show as much as I can. And I'm going to do a lot of cruising, not like the Al Pacino movie, if you know what that is.
Hold on one second. I was going to tell you, I realized. Hold on one second.
Anyone ever see Cruising? Who's watching? You ever see Cruising, Wednesday?
What's that?
You ever see the movie Cruising with Al Pacino?
No, I didn't.
He goes undercover. He's a police officer.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Where he goes undercover looking for the gay serial killer.
Yes, and he starts to like dance in the gay club.
I know. It gets serious.
He gets caught up in his cat.
He gets sweaty in the preview. I remember this.
Yeah. Anyway, but that's not the cruising I meant. I meant them going on cruises. Wednesday, tell me what you're going to show me.
So I realized that next year is 2026, right? 2026.
Mm-hmm.
This is how long I've been playing music, and it still is in the beginning. 2026 is 30 years of my first band before Murder Dolls, Frankenstein Drag Queen. See how good looking I am right there?
30 years.
30 years of this band. And that's not even the beginning.
It's a lot of time.
So yeah, this is the band that started most of these songs ended up on the Murder Dolls record and stuff. Twist My Sister.
Is that in print? Can people buy that?
Yes, they still print it, and I think now it's listed as Wednesday 13's Frankenstein Drag Queens. There's so many versions of it. I don't think this. Yeah, I think this version's out, but they're all different. But yeah, this is my 30
What about a
years.
live album Wednesday? Any chance of a live album?
Is someone reading my emails?
Soylent Green Catering. By the way, it's people.
Yes, I'm actually speaking with the label right now about doing a live record, and I think it's going to happen. So stand by for that, and it's going to be cool. I've got the coolest name for it. It's going to be good. Stand by. I said too much.
That's great news. Mistress Macabre already has 3 copies of your record. Blake says it's the album of the year, 2025. Jeff Down is up. Thank you again for one of the funniest shows ever. I need one of those shirts. Well, you're going to have a chance. Like I said, 95 will be available, one-time thing next week. And it commemorates me, Sean Clark, and Wednesday getting together and having some fun, honest, opinionative chats. Okay, so let's see here. Wednesday, are there any plans to play God is a Lie on your upcoming UK tour? Great, fascinating song.
Probably not on this tour. I think we've already figured out our set list. It's going to be pretty much similar to the one I just did because we're playing different places. We're not playing the same places, and I'm probably going to continue that set list. We may change 1 or 2 things. If the venues provided the space, whatever, if you're coming to see us at one of the bigger venues, you'll probably see our new stage setup, which is I've upped our production and everything for Europe and for next year, and I've built a mini Kiss stage, is what I call it. Nice. So it's going to be cool. But no, I like that song, but it's so hard to pick songs. I mean, we only get like an hour and 15 minutes to play, or that's what I like to play. I don't like to go over that. I feel like it just stretches out too much for people. But it's hard to pick the set list and make everybody happy. But you will be happy with the songs we play, I promise.
It's a good problem to have, having a lot of songs. Robert Hart wants to buy one of my work shirts from the Stephen Piercy Experience. Well, you can email me. Maybe I have one. Let's see here. There was another question. This is Rhonda. Hey, Jason, new channel member here. Me and my husband will be at the St. Louis show. Is there a chance to say hi that night? Rhonda, I'm trying to work on a way to do that. So in the past, I've gone to the Stephen Piercy meet and greets, but not everybody can afford that or go to that. I wasn't comfortable necessarily charging. So what I've been thinking about doing is going to the merch stand before the show opens. I think that's the easiest thing to do. And Michelle normally does our merch. Not always, but I think that one she is. She's the most qualified merch person in history. She has a doctorate. But anyway, that's what I think of the best move is just come before the show, come hang out, and I'll be there. It's amazing how many nice people I meet, and so I'm happy to do that. So anyway, okay, so that's that. Let's see what else here. This is from Erase Your Brain. Erase Your Brain. It took me a minute to get that. Thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate that. Let's see. Because of Wednesday, I had to break out my bag of gummy worms. Look, I wish I could join you guys.
All right, I'm gonna have a gummy worm with you. I saw that's what I got left. Did I talk about this on the show that I was the first kid at my school to have gummy worms, and I got sent to the principal's office for making kids sick?
Wow, you were.
Yeah. My brother went to like Hallmark, the card place, and they had like a little section where they had gummy worms, and he brought them home, and I'd never seen anything like it. I'm like, what is this? And they were all clear. So I would sit in the lunchroom at lunch and go, then this little rotten brat went and told on me.
That's where it started. Erase Your Brain, Jason, would you do a video collaboration with Grimlife? Well, they haven't asked me, but I mean, anything's possible. They seem to do their own haunted, macabre videos. Maybe if I can convince Michelle to dance in front of the camera, in front of people's graves, I would have relatable content. It's possible. Never say never. There was someone I was going to do. Jordan the Lion. He's another YouTuber that I was going to do something with that I ran into. But that's a story for another day. I'm trying to get. He still delivers a great show. His last album's killer. I think we're talking about Wednesday 13. If not, this has been asked a lot. Believe it or not, Erase Your Brain. You're probably thinking this has never been asked. MFK for Wednesday 13. He's answered this one, but he'll do it again.
Well.
Lady J, Scarlet, and the Baroness.
All right. Lady J, Scarlet, Baroness. I'm going to have to marry the Baroness. By the way, if people want to know who the Baroness is.
Now, she's the raven-haired, yeah.
She's this beautiful, beautiful woman here.
Yeah. She looks a little like Sarah Palin in the painting, but she's hot otherwise.
She kind of got that Sarah Palin vibe. Lady J is this one, this girl right here. So you can get a.
She's a goody two shoes.
She's kind of got the short-haired, sort of, kind of like, she's still cute, but I don't know. She's kind of got that. She kind of got that the boy kind of look going on, and then Scarlet. She's the figure of Scarlet sucks. She's not good. But either way, she's the red-haired lady. So. I would probably have to get rid of Lady J. I'm going to have relations with Scarlet, and then I'm going to have to marry Sarah Palin.
I had all those toys as a kid, and I think I would relate. JJ is upset because ABC fired Gina Carano and Roseanne for Les Kimmel just straight out lied. So just so we can all be on the same page, Gina Carano was not fired by ABC necessarily. That was the producers of the Mandalorian. Oh, she's on the Mandalorian, and they brought her back. Look, you have the right to fire someone. ABC had the right to fire Roseanne if they didn't like her. Let's say they thought she was a pig, or whatever reason they didn't want her. They have that right. ABC also has the right to fire Jimmy Kimmel if they don't think his show makes money, brings in ratings, is funny, any of those reasons. But what happened was the FCC threatened ABC and Disney to take away their license. Nobody threatened to take away the license over Roseanne or Gina Carano. They shouldn't have been fired for their opinions, but that's not the same as being mob mentality pushed out by the FCC. That's illegal. And as far as Jimmy Kimmel lying, that is what the kids call bullshit. He didn't lie about anything. You didn't pay attention if you think that. The quote that he said that people are upset about is he said MAGA people wish that the killer would have been one of their, they were upset that it wasn't, well, one of their own, that it wasn't, they were hoping it was someone trans is what he was saying, or someone Democrat. The truth was it wasn't. Unfortunately, his parents were MAGA people, and there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, Jimmy Kimmel didn't lie. And you're believing, we're in a country, Wednesday, like they live, where people say things and then we believe it. They tell us what to think. It's crazy. So I don't believe in firing.
I believe in all these people a long time ago. When I went through my earthquake, it shook it out of me. I started reading about everything, and I don't believe any of these fools. Why would people invest their time into these people that would never invest their time into them?
Amen. Yeah, or into you.
Don't turn on your neighbor, because you're going to need them one day.
Well, and that is why this Jimmy Kimmel thing settled, because Ted Cruz and Rand Paul, who are Republicans, said, you know what? One day there's going to be a Democrat in office again. And you're not going to like it if they start firing us. So
100%.
Free speech, and these are not people who like Jimmy Kimmel. By the way, I'm not arguing whether Jimmy Kimmel's funny or any of that. I'm just saying he has the right to say what he wants. And
I quit watching these talk shows back during the COVID days. I just stopped. I couldn't take the programming. But nobody should be when they start taking your freedom of speech away. It's only a matter of time. Quit allowing these people to do this. Stand up. Fight for your right. You can't stop rock and roll.
100%. And we should say that, someone was assassinated. It's a horrible thing. No one should ever go through that, of course. No. But it was somebody who had free speech and somebody who fought for free speech. And what a shame that people would lose their free speech over a tragedy. Anyway, I don't know.
You know what is crazy though? I was talking about this the other day. Nothing that really necessarily, but like that video of that assassination is horrible. Any way you look at it, I don't care what side, seeing another person get murdered is horrible.
And that's from a guy who wears a Faces of Death shirt.
It sticks in your head. And it's crazy that is on every channel on the news or on the internet. But we were talking about this at dinner a couple weeks ago. Like Faces of Death, that was the only way you could ever see anything. And we see that every day. We're so desensitized to this stuff. It's insane.
It's disgusting. Not just this assassination, but the poor woman who was killed on the subway. There are people sharing these videos. They share the picture of the guy coming up behind her. No one should remember this woman for that. This is, a nice young person who came to the United States to be free. She was safer in the Ukraine than on a subway. It's terrible. But no one should be sharing images. I also don't like people who share 9/11 images of people falling. That's somebody's family member. I just think
you literally had to get a VHS and be 18 to see that kind of stuff. And it's just like,
if you wanted to see people eat monkey brains, you had to do that.
You had literally, to see a guy get electrocuted in an electric chair, you had to get a VHS of it.
Deadhead Dave, I was watching Svengoolie this weekend, the movie Tarantula. After the movie, they ran an interview from 2018 with Tom Atkins at the event. I'm 99% sure Sean Clark had the table next to Tom. Most likely, Sean represents Tom Atkins, so maybe that was something that he was.
Speaking of Tarantula, it's a great movie, but it's even a greater tequila I used to drink back in my drinking days. There used to be a brand of, I believe it's Jose Cuervo Tarantula. It was a blue tequila. Woo!
Wednesday has talked about this on the show. We both have seen Spinal Tap 2, and we both enjoyed it.
Did enjoy it. Got my bucket.
Goes to 11 bucket.
Goes to 11. No hole in the bottom yet.
No Wednesday, Thursday. Yes, you made it through the movie. Well, now they made these things so loud. Like, it used to be if you wanted to put your penis in a bucket of popcorn, you could just cut a hole in the bottom. Now, you got
to use a Dremel and then file it down.
Who's got to bring a drill to the movies?
How do I know that? I don't.
No New York City shows for Wednesday just yet, but stay tuned.
Soon. We're in January. We're at Irving. Is it Irving Plaza?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe I got to come out and see you. That's my old stomping grounds.
Yeah, that's on the tour in January, where we're the first of the 3 bands, the German band, and
perfect. I'll leave early.
But yeah, I think we got a 45-minute set on that tour, and it's going to be
there for 44 minutes.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
I
VIPs on sale for that right now. Get your VIPs. Get a Wednesday 13 pentagram laminate. Look at that. Not your average laminate. This is circular.
That one is circular. I joke Wednesday, but maybe some of these bands would be great. Maybe you know what I mean? Maybe
you'll like them. They're cool. They're good. Yeah. They're good peoples. They're a Canadian band and a German band, and
I don't think you're going to get another acoustic album.
No.
That was a collectible, though. I mean, it's a one of a. I enjoy it, but that's a one-time thing.
Check it out. Can you tell what album I didn't realize this till later what album cover this looks like. This is my acoustic record.
Oh, I've never seen it. Whitesnake, Slip of the Tongue.
Oh, it's Whitesnake, but I didn't realize it looked like Whitesnake till
Twisted
later.
Sister.
No, it does. It looks like the Still of the Night Whitesnake, whatever
It looks
that
like
record.
Whitesnake, yeah, and it looks a little bit like the Manhole for Twisted. Anyway,
A little bit.
that's the shirt.
But that
people
was
are
my
asking.
acoustic record. I feel like I could have done a way better acoustic record because after that, I recorded it and then I went and did the acoustic tours for like 2 years and got really good at it. And then I listened back to this and go, oh, I wish I would have done that after because I didn't really know what I was doing on this. It's okay, but it's not my favorite.
Wednesday, have you written your set list for October 3rd yet? Red House 13 is just asking.
Kind of, yes. I just have to time it with the band and see how many songs we can play. We have 40 minutes on that set, and I think I can get maybe 9-10 songs if I don't talk much.
Do you go Murder Dolls heavy, considering it's a Joey event?
I think we're only going to do Murder Doll songs. I thought that would be the only way to do it. So we were playing.
If I was in your shoes, I would probably say maybe you do the that, and maybe just maybe you play Bad Things as well. But
that's what I was thinking too, because you can't go wrong with that one.
Can't go wrong. It's a fan
classic
favorite
song,
and I think Joey would have enjoyed it. Joey heard it, obviously.
We used to play that at the end of the show. He made us play it. I didn't want to play it. He goes, we're going to play it. And I'm like, okay. He's like, that was going to be a Murder Doll song anyway. I was like, it would have, but you said it. He told me it sucked. And then he heard it, goes, this is great.
How funny.
Yeah. Joey was like, he was constantly like that. He hated, he didn't like I Love to Say Fuck at first, and he didn't like my Rambo song at first, and then
I love that one,
and then he loved them. So it was like, it was weird.
Well, you would have to get locations wrong to do a video of Grim Life. Grim Life is what do you call the word I'm looking for? Infamous for saying it happened around here or sort of over there, or it could have happened here, maybe there. I don't think he's going to call me. But I'm not waiting by the phone. Let's see. I'm trying to get through these comments.
Don't take me to the principal's office.
Now you're a grown man. You could do anything you want.
I remember that girl started dry heaving. She's like,
Wednesday. Here's an interesting FMK: Lita Ford, Wendy O. Williams, Adoro.
Okay. Well, Wendy O. Williams is deceased.
Yeah, but I mean, we could say like back in the day.
Yeah,
it's a tricky one.
Yeah, she's a little crazy, but I think I might want to have relations with her because she's a little crazy.
I kind of think so too. If you remember, she was one of her skills, in addition to music, was that she could
sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer for sure, but she could also, I believe, propel ping pong balls from her.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I heard. There's nothing cooler than seeing that she performed fellatio on a sledgehammer. That's just that just looks cool wrote out. So I'm definitely going to have relations with her. I almost want to marry her, but I see there's probably not the smartest thing. Who's the other one? Doro. I'm going to get rid of Doro. I like Doro, but she just.
Well, you know, I'm half. You know, my mother's family are from Germany, and my father's family are Jewish. And I might be scared if Doro like tells me, "You'll take out the trash." No, you know, and I'm might be tough.
So I guess I got to marry Lita Ford.
Ask Jim Gillette.
I don't sound too happy about that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm stumped.
Yeah, me too. Stumped. We stumped our trunk.
My friends and I had a marathon of your tour diaries this past week, and early on, you would jump off the table on the bed. Yeah, that. Where's there a reason you stopped doing that? I got your postcard experience. I thought I was going to injure myself is one reason. I used to check into the hotel and set the camera up, and then I would propel myself onto the bed from the dresser. I didn't want to get caught into the same niche. I wanted to mix it up a little bit. And thank you. I'm glad you got the postcard. If anyone wants to be on my postcard mailing list, that's on my Patreon, which is linked in the description. I like when people have the Tour Diary Marathon. I'm trying to decide how to do it myself where I could watch them with everybody, maybe one night a week. I am going to do 24 hours of live shows. Wednesday, I'm going to need you to help me out on that one.
All right.
But I'm going to do it, and we're going to raise some money for some good causes. Animals, cats, a big one here, and kids as well. Cats first, and then the kids. But anyway, I'm also thinking about some way to package them as a DVD or something. Who knows? This YouTube might not be here forever. You never know. Michelle's saying, I got to get the Dune popcorn bucket. Apparently, she's hip on the people banging popcorn buckets. Jeff Down is Up is going to come to Irving Plaza. He's going to buy a VIP, and he hopes I'm there. I would like to be. I'm traveling to the East Coast.
What day is that New York show? I don't even know. How do we find out?
What is the deal with airline food? What day?
I've been watching. I think I'm going to start watching Curb Your Enthusiasm. I've been watching a lot of clips of that this week, and I've been laughing pretty hard. It's ridiculous.
It's the best.
You kind of remind me of him a little bit.
It's one of the best shows I've ever watched. I mean, really.
Whenever somebody goes, "Hey, about my dad's sick. How about you? Could you pray for him?" He goes,
my reaction to a lot of things is
that's Jason's thing.
Mm-hmm.
I got it. It.
All right. I'm looking up Wednesday 13 tour dates right now. October 3rd, which is next week. You can see a night honoring Joey Jordison.
I can't believe it.
Then 17th, he's on his way to Norway, Sweden, Finland, Denmark, Germany. Maybe you'll see Doro. And the Netherlands.
Halloween in Germany.
Yeah. Then he's going to the Netherlands, the Nether regions. The United Kingdom, Scotland, I think, Sydney, Australia. Oh my God. I don't know how you do this. Okay. January 19th, he kicks off his tour in Baltimore, Maryland, and then Philadelphia, then New Haven, Connecticut. Friday, January 23rd, Webster Hall. Now,
Webster Hall, that's what we're playing. Not okay.
Wednesday kind of got that right. You kind of got that right, and you kind of got it wrong.
I think the venue changed.
The Webster Hall used to be called Irving Plaza, but it moved. But Webster Hall is also the old Ritz. And where you're playing...
I played Webster Hall with Alice Cooper. Would he have played the Webster?
Possibly. Webster Hall, though, is where that famous Guns N' Roses video was filmed, Live at the Ritz, 1987.
Okay.
That video, Great White opened that show. That was filmed at Webster Hall. It's a legendary place. A lot of history in that place. And I'm hopefully I can make it because I am supposed to be on the East Coast a lot. Then he's going to Canada, which Salt Lake City, Los Angeles. Look, he's playing everywhere. There's a Wednesday. You're going to be a busy guy.
Finally playing the Fonda.
You're not going to have
and then I'm getting my we're working on South America for March, South America, Mexico, and then I'm probably going to do another support US tour in the summer. We're doing the festivals in July, end of July, August, and then I'll probably be out again around this same time next year in UK, Europe. Again, maybe even Australia.
Officialwednesday13.com for all the details. MFK, Morticia in 1966, Lily Munster or Vampira. I'm getting rid of Vampira. I know that much. I think I'm marrying Morticia and I'm effing Lily.
I think you're right. I like Vampira too. I tell you, I got to speak with her before she passed. I spoke with her on the phone on Halloween. Really? On Halloween, believe it or not. My my guitar player at the time, who is known as Piggy in Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson, but he goes by his name Matt now. He took care of her up until she passed. He was like, it was odd. He would talk about her. It was like his grandmother.
I met her at the Hollywood show. She was charging like $100 back when everyone else was charging $10, and she didn't have a lot of demand because of that. But she was she's very old at the time, obviously, and she is buried next to two very famous people in between. She's buried next to the old man from A Christmas Story, who was also the Night Stalker.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Kolchak.
Kolchak, yeah. And
Billy Madison's dad.
I can't think of his name right now. So someone will get it. I've said it a million times, but great actor. He's no longer with us. I think it starts with a D. And then on the other side of her is Mr. Blackwell, who used to judge the best dress list. So there you go.
Huh.
All right.
Yeah, she was really nice, and I know Piggy was really close with her, and he was upset when she passed.
Yeah, that's that. Cornicias de la Rose. What's your opinion on Joe Perry's project as TV basis / Crossover? It's not for me necessarily.
What's the question?
The Joe Perry project. They got like some of the Stone Temple Pilot guys, Chris Robinson.
He's got a great band. His band's great.
I'm glad he's playing.
Yeah, he's got a killer band.
Rather see Aerosmith. Any rare glam metal bands we should check out Wednesday?
What's rare? You've interviewed almost everybody on this
Wednesday.
show.
Someone said to me the other day they kind of were a little disappointed because I'm not interviewing some hacks, like someone mentioned the guy from McQueen Street. I don't even know what that. I mean, I heard the name because I laughed at it.
I remember these bands.
I can't put people on my show that are going to get 10 views. I can't do that. So I'm in a tricky place now, and I'm not trying to sound conceited. I can interview people because I want to. That's a great thing. Like sometimes someone comes on and they're not the most famous. I want to have Punky Brewster on. It's not going to go through the roof, but I like her and she's punk. But I got to be careful. Luckily, this algorithm has decided that it likes classic TV shows and it likes the Tour Diary. And the people have spoken and said they enjoy you and I just having a normal chat. Multi-Revelator says, Grim Life videos are pretty self-indulgent, drawn out, and I generally heave every time he calls her baby Goa. I will agree, and I would say that to his face. It's too much. Too much. Not right.
I don't even know what you're talking about. But to answer your question, check out the band Valentine Saloon from Tennessee. I think they're out of Knoxville, Tennessee. They were one of my favorite bands. They came on my shuffle the other day, and so check them out. They're not really necessarily a glam band. I guess they were. They had a thing going on.
I remember an interview. A band called Valentine. They were a hair metal band. And I met some of those guys on the road, and I saw them live at the Limelight. That's all I remember. Any chance?
I remember that name. Yeah.
Any chance of a live feed interview of Wednesday on his tour bus in Europe? I think it's possible. Could happen.
Yeah.
We've done Crazier live from Transylvania.
I actually have a real tour bus over there. I don't have that little RV. I get a pretty nice giant tour bus over there.
Wednesday, do you own the hearse?
No, it was for sale though. I honestly, if I would have had the room, I probably would have bought it
or you could have flipped it. You could have.
That was the plan. Was the plan. But yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I don't need that. I'm not really cared about cars.
I'm with you. I don't have a license. Lisa always comes up with the best FMKs for me personally. These are three women that I've been attracted to. Mel C, which is Sporty Spice.
Yes.
I'm a giant Sporty Spice fan. She's
Sporty
my favorite.
Spice? I met Sporty Spice.
I like her. She's the punk of the band. I saw her play the Roxy, and I was watching with Phil Campbell of Motorhead. And then Belinda Carlisle of the Go-Go's, Olivia Hussey, who was Juliet in Franco Zeffirelli's Romeo and Juliet. She's also the star of a movie called Black Christmas, and she is remarkably hot. But she's the least famous, and I am a star effer. I'm going to marry Sporty Spice, have relations with Belinda Carlisle, and I'm going to have to let go of the late Olivia Hussey, even though she's incredibly hot. She's Phoebe Cates hot.
Okay. I'll agree with you. I'll get rid of her because I don't know her. I was just watching the Go-Go's the other day, and I was just commenting in my mind how nice Belinda Carlisle looks.
Yeah.
So,
I'm a Go-Go's
Figure if I
fan.
marry her, I get to have relations with her too. So I was
The 2-for-1.
So yeah, I'm gonna marry Belinda,
And she'll do your laundry and pick up the dishes, those kind of
Sport,
things that
Sporty Spice. I played Top of the Pops with Sporty Spice.
really, that's cool.
That's weird, right?
Sporty Spice does not seem like the type who'd pick up the dishes and do the laundry, though.
Actually, I take that back. Baby Spice was there.
Oh, and the
Sporty
Bunches.
Spice was there hanging out, and that's where I met her. I didn't meet Baby Spice. I met Sporty Spice.
You met
I couldn't
Baby.
understand anything she was saying. She's talking like that, don't you know? And I went, yeah. I went, you're a Spice girl. Because I still said, I talk like that. I haven't got rid of my eyes. I said, oh my God, a Spice girl. And she went, oh, hi, mate, nice to meet you. I'm Spotty Spice.
Baby Spice.
I didn't meet Baby Spice, but she was the one playing there. She was there supporting her Spice Girl sister.
Oh, yeah, I see. Baby Spice came to see Sporty Spice.
I'm Sporty Spice, nice to meet you.
Have you ever met David Johansen Wednesday?
I did not, but I did see the New York Dolls live. Not the OG, but I did get to see them live. I didn't get to meet him, though.
I met him a lot, saw him in New York. Pretty common. And the thing about the recognition was so true. I would see him and go, is no one else excited about David Johansen? And, I think people have to remember the Dolls went through a time, maybe in the late 80s, early 90s, where no one really cared. The internet wasn't there. You couldn't look it up. You didn't know it was cool. No. And it wasn't until bands like Poison and Mötley Crüe took the Dolls on tour. I used to think it was kind of embarrassing that they were on that tour, but it did open the eyes to people, and people started seeing Johnny Thunders look, and the Dolls look, and starting to go, let me listen to this, starting to realize that without the Dolls, a lot of these bands never happened.
Well, Johnny Thunders' look is the same way that Nikki Sixx's look travels on. It's because he got it from that too.
Yep.
It works.
Never ends.
It never ends. So you owe that to Johnny Thunders, 100%.
Yeah, there's no Izzy Stradlin. There's no Hanoi Rocks. None of these bands.
No, none of those guys. There's no Andy McCoy. There's none of these guys without that dude.
Yeah, and he was always very friendly, very cool. At that time, if people recognized them, a lot of people thought he was Mick Jagger, but if they recognized him, they recognized Buster Poindexter.
My lady didn't know the Dolls, but she knew him as Buster Poindexter.
Mm-hmm. Now that we have the internet and all those things, and young people become smart. Young people have discovered the Dolls and made it their own. Same that I did with my favorite punk bands that didn't exist anymore. So we're thankful for that. Let me try to get through a few more of these comments. Of those just tuning in, we're celebrating Wednesday on Monday. Do you think the Twisted Sister tour will be a big draw? It will be pretty interesting to see the level of interest here and abroad. I could kind of tell you already the answer to this. First of all, it's not a tour. They're going to play select shows. I doubt they play more than 15 or 20 shows. The money is insane overseas. I don't want to say what it is, but I know the number ballparks. And so there is
three months in Europe and South America and Mexico of festivals. 3 months around the world for them to play. That's it. It's going to be those months.
And they're going to kick it off at a festival here in America. Can't say the name or anything yet. Not my business, but they're going to kick it off here. And so you'll have a couple chances to see them in the States. But Twisted Sister started overseas. They were bigger overseas. Under the Blade is not even an American album. I mean, later it was, but a lot of people in America knew Stay Hungry on. But if you went and did the research, there was a lot more Twisted Sister, and they kind of they played America for so many years, didn't make it, went overseas, and I say heavy music aged better. And those Twisted Sister records are way heavier than the singles that people know.
So good, I love them.
It's great.
I hope I get on one of the festivals with them next summer.
I was gonna say, I hope you do too, because I'd like to come see them.
I mean,
as a friend.
Chances it could happen. I played with Wasp this summer.
I think the chances are very good. I
Mhm.
based on what I'm
Mhm.
hearing they're doing, I think there's a good chance that I would like to come out and support those guys. I tell Michelle all the time, you're never going to see this one again or that one again. There's so many bands that I thought you'd never get the chance. Well, Twisted Sister is a band that maybe you would never have got the chance. And here it is. And it's going to be good. I know that. Dee Snider doesn't do anything half-ass, even at 70.
Nope.
All right. Let's see. I'm trying to get through as many things as I can.
Did you see
Erasure.
Widowmaker live?
I did. I saw them at the Ritz, which was Studio 54 in New York, with Joe Franco on
Mhm.
drums. Al Petrelli, I believe, was on guitar, who is
Yes,
now
I
Trans
saw them.
Siberian Orchestra.
Yeah, I saw them at a little club in Charlotte, North Carolina called Jeremiah's. It was an old Western Steer Steakhouse that turned into a nightclub. That's where I used to play all the time. So he played like my local place that I played.
Wednesday, this is an FMK for you.
I read these.
I'm getting rid of Annie Lennox, I think.
I'm going to get rid of all these people. They all look the same. They all got the same haircut. Get them out of there. They all look like little boys.
If
Get
I
them
had
out.
to choose, I would marry Brigitte Nielsen.
Mm-mm.
I must break you. I
Maybe
would.
Brigitte Nelson from Cobra when she had the longer hair.
Well, that's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
imagine. And then I would try relations with Grace Jones. I don't always go that direction.
She was, see Conan the Destroyer? Don't mess with
Mhm.
her. She didn't like it when that dude touched her up there. I think she went the other way.
I think a lot of these people in these lists today have gone the
Hmm.
other way. I can't say what I know about the Twisted Sister Festival. People asking.
Somebody says in the comments, Grace Jones is a wildcat.
Anne Margaret, Stella Stevens, or Raquel Welch. Very easy. I get rid of Stella Stevens, who was married to the late Bob Kulick, by the way. I don't know, or together. They were life partners. I'm going to marry Anne Margaret, and I'm going to have relations with Raquel Welch.
I'm going to marry Raquel Welch and have relations with her.
Right.
Everybody else, I don't. They just get them out of here.
You couldn't go wrong, though. You couldn't go wrong with Anne Margaret or Raquel Welch. No going wrong. Let's see. Deadhead Dave, member for 3 months. Thank you so much for the loyalty and support. I think I caught up with every possible question. Wednesday, we've been talking for an hour and 22 minutes.
I can't believe it.
I'm up to do 90, and then I'm getting the hell out of here.
Yes, I got some chicken I'm going to cook tonight in my air fryer. I'm ready.
Very domestic. Very domestic. Let's see. Grace Jones beat up Dolph Lundgren. He said it himself. Grace Jones would bite your neck. She was the best vampire. A lot of reactions.
Grace Jones scares me. I don't need that.
Well, I don't. Next time I'll be out in public will be in St. Louis, Missouri, and there's been some talk about going up the St. Louis Arch. Wednesday, have you done that?
No.
When the kids asked Clark Griswold if they could go up, he gave the same answer you gave, no. And I don't think I'm going to do it. It's very small, I hear. You have to sit down in an elevator, and 4 people and a little pod ejects into the sky. I've seen Buck Rogers. Nothing good would come out of that. So I'll go see it from the outside and take a picture. But I think that's all I got. But there are 5 Stephen Piercy Warren DeMartini shows this year. St. Louis, Missouri, Florida, St. Petersburg, Florida, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
What beer company's out of St. Louis, Missouri?
Busch, Anheuser-Busch.
Head for the mountains of Busch beer.
Is that true, or is I making that up?
I think that's their jingle.
I think so. It sounds right. And
all those old beer commercials were the best. Like I couldn't wait to get older and drink beer, and then I never did.
I used to enjoy watching baseball, and when a Yankee hit a home run, they would say, "This bud's for you." You know, it'll be like some
Oh,
player, like,
yeah.
Bobby Mercer, this bud's for you.
What
No,
was that one beer commercial? And those guys are sitting around a beer, and they go, "It don't get any better than this."
I forgot. Yeah,
That
but
old, I think that's old Milwaukee.
the Spuds McKenzie days when
Buzz McKenzie. He's like, I tell you, you got to interview him. That's where you pick up the ratings.
crossover audience.
Yeah.
A lot of people concerned about Sean Brown because they have not seen him today. I'm hoping he's
Well, it's not
okay.
Wednesday. Is he here on Mondays with you too?
He's usually here whenever we're live, but I don't know how my power bill's getting paid this month. No, I'm kidding. I'm sure he's with us in spirit. Hopefully, he's doing all right.
Did you hear the new Aerosmith Youngblood song?
No.
Okay.
What do you think?
I didn't hear it either. I just heard like a clip of it. It sounded like so much auto tune and so many vocals. I couldn't even really tell what the hell was going on.
I'm trying to be on the record as the first person to say Youngblood is overrated. You know, in America,
You're not the first person to say it. A lot of people are saying he's a poser and all this stuff. A lot of people are not into it.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that I just think he's getting this pass because of the Ozzy thing, and I don't think it was that great. I thought it was good, but I don't mind. I don't mind. He's got a look. He's a good-looking young man. I saw pictures of him shirtless, and you know what he does Wednesday is he shaves his body, but he keeps the pubes.
That's what you do. There's a little trail. It lets girls think, oh, that's the trail. That's the bunny trail.
Mm-hmm. That trail.
He looks like Firuza Balk.
He does, yeah. And I like Firuza Balk.
Me too.
He sports the trail that will bring you to, you know, a world of uncut disappointment, possibly. But I can't guarantee that. Don't quote me. Don't quote me on that.
Young Nub.
Is Wednesday still going to be on Wednesday? I don't think so. Because
you won't be there on Wednesday either. But
I don't think so.
I'll be somewhere Wednesday.
I've got important family business. Skip is saying, sorry, Jason, big Blue Jay fans. The Yankees have to chase us down. It's going to be difficult. They should have won the other day. It was very tough. We'll see what happens. Wednesday, who would you like to tour with?
Who would I like to tour with?
Yeah.
As far as like bigger bands, like I play a lot of clubs. I like to play big places sometimes, and
but they want to know who you want to play with. Like,
yeah. So when I name these bands, I'm going to name bands that are bigger bands that I'd want to go tour with. Rob Zombie, Marilyn Manson. That's the type of fans that come to my shows. That would be awesome for me. Ghost. Those would be very helpful tours.
ABBA.
Those are the big bands I name like kind of right off. But of course,
LL Cool J.
No LL Cool J. There's a list of bands. I sent my agent a list of bands the other day of people to go after. Everyone from Michael Monroe to Rammstein.
Well, everything you named also makes sense with your audience. Which is good.
You know, so yeah, I'm hoping next year we could do some stuff with Manson and Zombie. We've done stuff in the past before, so hopefully that'll line up, and we'll see. I don't know. It's the hardest thing for my band. It's been since the beginning. It's hard for us to tour with anybody. You get one or two bands we fit with, like. When we toured with Typo Negative, that felt like that was like perfect when we did that once. 69 Eyes, that's a perfect tour. And then
what about Gladys Knight and the Pips?
We have not did that tour, but I did play with who's the other girl group?
Veruca Salt.
No, but we saw her recently.
That's true. Together we did. Yeah.
Didn't Vicky Fox play in that band?
Yeah, the Veronicas. Yeah.
Veronicas. Okay.
A lot of Vicky Fox talk. Donnie V and I are going to discuss that soon.
Really? Where is he still playing?
No. The question is, why was he not at the Enough's Enough reunion. Why did Chips Enough bring in his band? Why did look? I know you will see it in the interview, but Johnny Monaco, Vic Fox, Donnie V, Chips Enough would have been the best lineup of Enough's Enough. It's my opinion. And it's not just because Johnny is a friend of mine. He is the closest to Derek Frigo. You should have a floating tremolo bar, and you should be able to rip, because Derek Frigo did, as you know. Enough's Enough. He could shred.
He was pretty good.
Yeah. Maybe underrated. L7, somebody said would be good. I'm a fan of L7. A very big fan.
L7. They don't tour though. They just play like one-off shows out here in LA. I think they're playing next week when I'm doing that show.
I was listening to them on the plane again.
I love them.
Great band.
They were great. I saw them live.
I've always wanted to have Donita Sparks on the show. You know who might do it is Jennifer Finch. I think she might.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to work.
Like the Lunatics? Did you like them?
I liked Lunatics. I liked L7 better, but I liked Lunatics. I saw them live a few times.
My old band that showed you the Frankenstein Drag Queens, we played with the Lunatics, and it was like the perfect match. They loved us. We loved them. We were like, oh my God. It was like we were like looking in a mirror. It was the coolest.
Yerky 69 is studying to become a priest. Have you heard this? Anyone heard this?
Really?
I mean, he's had less original.
He's a friend of mine. I know him. I don't know. Okay.
He's had less original thoughts, but listen, it sounds like a publicity stunt. I don't know the guy. Could you picture him as a priest?
No.
Yeah.
No. Yerky's a good dude. He's got a good memory on, and he loves the era of hair metal. Like, he's pretty good at it. That's why when we toured, we would constantly just talk about playing music and backstage and trivia. And one day he came in and brought me like a London Choir Boys hat. He goes, here you go. I bought this for you. I'm just like, what?
He was on the show. It wasn't a great interview because he was in the middle of a press junket. And Wednesday, you know what happens is when you do those, you prepare for the interviewer to be bad, and you just go, I'm just going to make my point. And so he was sort of talking what he said every time. Yeah. If he could see me, and then we would have kind of probably had a better bond. But I Michelle likes 69 Eyes a lot. I'm very familiar with it in the car. I'm not going to lie. I often say, typo, 69 Eyes. Sometimes I have to flip a coin. But
I don't think they're anything alike. But I do like both of them.
Yes.
The closest band that sounds like Typo Negative probably is that band Paradise Lost from Europe, if you've ever heard of them. They're older and they do it pretty good. But they don't look like Typo. They look like
Johnny Kelly told me a band that was really good that sounds just like them. He even said if they thought about ever doing like a tribute, it would be him. I think the band's called October Rust. Is that right? I can't remember. But at one point they were October Noir. There we go.
Okay.
Anyway, they're very good, and I think at one point they did a tribute, but they do their own music, and it's good. I saw Johnny Kelly this week with Quiet Riot. Strange that thing. I love the Choir Boys and Black Eyed Sons. I know Choir Boys. I don't know Black Eyed Sons.
Is he thinking Black Eyed Susan? Is that what he meant?
Black Eyed Susan featured Dizzy Dean of Brittany Fox. I don't mean to be a guru of bullshit.
None of it matters.
You're the only person who could name that. He could mean Black Eyed Peas.
Oh.
Not sure. Anyway,
I can't believe Brittany Fox is touring without any original members.
It's outrageous. Oh, that's the name of a Choir Boys? This just in, Black Eyed Susan Sons is the name of a Choir Boys album. I had no idea.
Okay.
I got to have him back on, though. He's a good guy, Spike.
You should get John Corabi on the show and ask him about Mötley Crüe.
I had him on.
No, I'm just every interview is like, tell us about Mötley Crüe again. It's like
45 minutes of his life. Yeah. I asked the question the best. I said, who was a bigger pain in the ass, Mötley Crüe or Rat? That's a question.
I met John Corabi with Rat. I saw him with Rat. And I
I
saw
saw
John
McBride
Corabi with
also.
Mötley Crüe and Typo Negative when they toured.
Donita Sparks is more interesting and fun than Jennifer. Look, I agree, but Jennifer's got some cool stories, and I think she was in Nirvana. I might be making things up, but Jennifer Finch was in some other band for a minute. Maybe someone could correct me.
Yeah, she was in something. I don't remember.
Yeah. I saw a documentary about L7, and she said, when I became the bass player, I wasn't very good. I didn't really know how to play bass. So she goes, so I basically spun plates and thought of every trick I could do to distract. And when I started playing bass, I began to take my shirt off and cut myself with a razor blade and do all these things. The same thing. If you were looking at how ridiculous it was, maybe you wouldn't pay attention to my bass playing. Now I'm like Billy Sheehan, except without Scientology.
That's how he's so good.
Yeah, October Noir. There it is. Yeah, it's good. Black-Eyed Sons are Guy Griffin and the guys from the last 25 years. Oh, that's the fake Choir Boys. Why didn't you say so? That's fake Choir Boys. We don't believe in that. No Spike, no Choir Boys. Anyway, have you guys met Butch Vig? I have. I did. Nice enough guy. It's not really my.
I'm sorry. I was not moved by Nirvana. Was not. Butch Vig,
I'm
my
with
favorite
you.
record he did is this band called Chainsaw Kittens. That's my Butch Vig.
When I met him, he was playing with Garbage, the band Garbage. And look, I think he's a legend. I think that Nirvana is huge. He produced Nevermind, but it wasn't for me either.
I don't know why. I liked Alice in Chains. I understood that. It's different. It was a riff. Nirvana didn't sound different to me. I was already into punk. It didn't really seem.
That's what I said.
It didn't seem. It didn't seem different to me. It didn't seem.
I'm with you.
I don't know. That's just.
I
me.
didn't think it was bad. I just didn't think it was anything different or anything groundbreaking. I thought it was fun, but I felt like I'd already heard it.
But when I heard the Melvins for the first time, which is way later, I'm like, this is great. I like this better than
Melvins and Pixies. I mean, Kurt Cobain even said I stole a ton of shit from those two bands, that he was a fan of. But
the Melvins the most.
Green-Eyed Girl. Besides Bach, how about Steven Adler, Jake E. Lee? I think Jake E. Lee will happen at some point. Steven Adler doesn't really like to do interviews. He said he's told every Guns N' Roses story he could tell, and because of his health, he doesn't like his voice, doesn't want to be insulted for the way he speaks, and so that's what that's where that is. Let's see here. I'm almost through all of this, and Mother Love Bone. I enjoyed Mother Love Bone.
I wish they would have did. I wish it would have been them instead of Pearl Jam. Didn't get them either.
I didn't either.
Still don't get them. Could do without them. Get out of here. You're out of here. Frank Drebin. Get out. You're out.
Over 200 people watching after an hour and a half. I don't know what else I could possibly say. I feel like we've said it all. You know where to find Wednesday 13, of course, an official Wednesday 13.
Got a tour coming up next week, next Friday, October 3rd, Los Angeles, the Joey Jordison tribute night. We'll be doing a opening set at that show. Come out. It's going to be good. That's our last U.S. show of the year. And and then I'll be in Europe.
Manuel Rios asks about Kiss. You can see Stephen Pearson, Warren DeMartini with a band called Kiss in November.
You're looking for someone, but it's not Kiss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Easy, cat man.
All right. Tour diaries for me all week, every day this week. I can tell you the cities that you're going to see right off the top of my head, starting with tomorrow. Tour diary. No one's paying attention anymore. Anyone watching this show? There's a lot of good places. I think Southern. Texarkana, that one's coming up. I go
That's a
hunting.
real place.
Yeah, I thought it was just Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah, me too.
I go hunting a monster called the Boggy Monster or something.
Boggy Creek, Legend of Boggy Creek.
Yes, I went to the locations where they filmed it.
Really?
The first, it was me or Grimlife, the filming location of the Boggy Creek Monster. I went and hunted him. And what else did I do? Jonesboro, Arkansas. What else? She's literally editing it right now. How could you not remember?
I used the Boggy Creek movie sample on that my band's record I showed earlier.
I can't believe you even knew what it was.
Yeah, it started. It's through my song "Scary Song." You'll hear it in the beginning, and it's great because it's all like country and like the sample I use is the Boggy Monster's outside of her trailer, and she's like, "There's something outside this trailer."
I can't believe you knew what it is. Well, I go
Legend
to where
of Boggy Creek.
filmed.
There's the Return to Boggy Creek too. There's two of them.
I have T-shirts. Yeah. I have Boggy Creek Monster T-shirts from there's a store. He has his own store.
Yeah, and actually I used two samples off that record. There's the one where a guy's talking about he's going to shoot the monster. He goes, he's got a high-powered rifle and knows how to use
it. These episodes coming up are Wisconsin, Jonesboro, Arkansas, Wisconsin Dells, Little Rock, Arkansas, Texarkana, Arkansas, Roanoke, Virginia, Biloxi, Mississippi. I'm surprised I survived all these places. Destin, Florida, all of those this week. You tune in every day at 11. If you tune in live, we can watch it and we can chat together while I'm on the road. And that's all there is to say. Send your thoughts and prayers to Sean Brown, and hopefully he'll reappear. Hopefully he's here. All right, Wednesday. It's been fun. We'll do it again before the big tour.
Yes.
And the only suitable way to send off would be just like this.
Just wanna waste some time with you.